Hello everybody, what is up with you guys? It is Dad here with you today, and I'm gonna try and walk you through some of my new solo PvP adventures in lowsec. As you can see on the screen right now, I'll begin this tiny little video with a few fitting examples of standard fits that I enjoy the most. It's gonna be Atron first, lovely Galante attack frigate capable of popping almost any frigate in the game if you are skilled enough. Its fall off bonus combined with its natural speed makes it a great scrimkiter with null, and damage bonus makes it deadly with either void or antimatter up close. As mentioned before, this fit is pretty standard one, and you're gonna see it often in lowsec around the Tama system. You'll need a power grid implant in order to run it, so be aware of it. Second ship is another staple of Galante lineup, and it is a Federation Navy Comet. I always fancy Rail Comet more than Blaster one because of its engage profile, which is better. The range is insane against anything you can hold long enough away from you, and engagements often depend on your manual piloting skills when you try to get further away from your opponent while keeping transversal low. It also boasts insane hull buffer with good tank overall. The last ship that I am going to be flying in this video is a slasher little guy that can take on big desis and even turret cruisers. His speed coupled with TD makes it very hard to target, lowish DPS and invites a lot of third parties though, so be aware of it. You'll get third partied a lot in this ship because yeah, like taking down a Kiki can take 20 minutes or more. The ship is very hard to fly properly as you need to keep your orbit up ASAP. It is very rewarding and you can get very juicy kill mace with it against destroyers, even against Kikis with a bit of luck. Anyway, this is for the ship lineup you're gonna see in this video. Let's jump right into the fights. So, in the first fight here, I'm actually flying a Navy Crucifier, but that is not the point. What I wanted to show you is the power of range control with 3 weapons. Sadly, you need a point anyway, right? Kind of a meme fight, I admit, and fun nevertheless. And yeah, I would get the Thrasher even with 2 weapons, but don't do meme skits. It's not cool and doesn't work anyway. As soon as I managed to pull range and DPS him down while he couldn't hit me, he just disengaged. In the second one, I decided to change to a Disruptor. Don't ask me why not Scram, it was a mistake and you are gonna see why. I land on a gate, 100 of a wolf, decided to engage it head on. I'm in a faction frigate with a lot of DPS and huge range control after all, right? Wrong. Wolf has MWD and I won't be able to range control him. Put Scram on your Scrimkiter skits, it pays off. Here I actually got a revenge on another wolf, in a comet this time. Was prepared to fight a slicer, so I got iridium loaded and I hastily switched to Caldari Navy 8 antimatter. Also, I took my Drax super light in this fight. Could have cost me it, as I got armor hit points penalty on the track in the end. I won, it was close, but shows how tanky the comet is. Also shows how weak two mid-lots are in solo PvP, as the range command is super important in this game and in solo PvP. Here I finally took my drugs after 5 paste charges. Nice. Also, I forgot to put my scram on, but managed to put it on again when the wolf started to hit hull. I continued roaming in my comet and met 2 comets and a slasher. Slasher stayed and died quickly in the plex. He wasn't able to gain transversal on me quick enough. Also disrupted and scrammed me at the same time. Was kind of a meme fit, to be honest. Slashers can be painful if they get under your guns. Also, if they are TD, they often fit tracking disruptors, and you can't really track them then with your rails. So if they kill your drones, which is challenging, they actually can put down a comet. Here I am flying my Crucifier again. I land in a plex. I see Kestrel, Atron and Federation Navy Comet far away. First I engaged with on the Atron, while Kestrel DPS me down. Atron dies quickly, but I mismanaged my heat, and in order to hold down the Kestrel I have to burn one of my webs. I managed to catch him though and put him down. Meanwhile, the comet, who was watching the scene from far away, slowly, or quickly, because it's MW defitted, gets into range to finish me off. It is how it is, people just don't have honor in Eve. Also, this comet is meme fitted with MWD. Killed my slicer a few hours before this, so I'm already pissed at this guy. We'll meet again soon enough, so remember him for the sake of this video. After this loss, I pick up another comet, and Dramiel decides to engage on me in the plex. Autocannon Dramiels just don't work that well in my opinion. I think RTs just complement them much more, and I put them down without a problem. Nice kill mail in a bank. Also, I made a mistake with engaging with drones too late, so I smashed buttons. And finally, I found the dishonest comet again, and he decided to go 1v1 with me. He refit 2 rails and it was super close fight in the end. This kill was super satisfying and I couldn't help myself from trash talking. I can't even say how rewarding this fight was, because this guy really messed me up. Fair to say, I was drugged. I had Pyrolencia and Standard Exile drugs, and my bot has Noble and Mechanic and some damage boosts. It's like 40 million bot. So that might be what turned this fight into my favor. I had only T1 rigs, so I had like 600 EHP less, so I really believe it was the plot thing, but yeah, once again it was super satisfying kill. In this fight, I'll be fighting an Atron. Atron against Rail Comet can go either way. If the Atron gets right on top of you, it will void you down as you just can't track him down, and the drone damage just isn't enough. If you manage to keep range, you put him down super fast, as in this video. Depends on the pilot and his abilities to yeah, keep range or dictate range. Here I managed to catch one Merlin, which was part of a huge group that roamed Tama, trying to catch people off guard. Easy fight, as he didn't reload to null and took ages to do anything. He well deserved to die. His buddies arrived way too late and I managed to warp out even after taking this man's pot. If he really tried, he could have warped out, but as I said again, he was super slow to actually do anything. I think he was fighting the Federation Destroyer too, in order to capture the Plex, I don't know. Here on the skin I can see his buddies coming. It was Algos and Breacher. And I aligned out as they arrived in the Plex. Here I'm flying a Slasher against Cormorant. This fight can be a pain, especially if Cormorant is fit with blasters. Luckily, this one was a rail fit, so he couldn't track me for shite. Also, he was shocked because he didn't even point me despite having a disruptor on his fit. Also, I managed to took his pot, so he was sluggish. Here I think he just was too slow to lock me down. He could have done a lot of damage there because I was slow to approach him and orbit him. But yeah, after I was orbiting him, he just couldn't hit me. I was thinking that this Kiki is waiting in the plex to cut me down, but yeah, she didn't arrive in the end. But I would try to kill her too after this one. I believe condors shouldn't let Atrons get any way near them. This one was very sleepy and went down super fast. Again, it's a brawler against Kytra, and I managed to get on top of this guy, so yeah, it went very well. Tristans are very tricky. If nude fit, they will drain you out and then eat you alive. If they are not nuded to the roof, you can actually have a pretty good chance of taking them. I saw this one was taking just 8 gigajoules of energy from me throughout the fight, as you can see on the screen later, and I was good to continue with the engagement. In the end, he almost drained me, but I killed him before he managed to do that because he had just one nude. Also, he was semi-slow in taking his drones out. Which actually might have won him the fight, but because it was close. But yeah, in the end I took him down. This fight is against a nude Tristan, and the scenario went in a pretty standard way. He lost his point on me though, draining himself out probably, and was too sleepy to actually point me again, so I managed to barely escape. Also, it's the pilot that piloted the sleepy condor from earlier. I smashed buttons to try to put on Afterburner, but I saw that he isn't pointing me, so I just warped up. The last fight of this video is gonna be Executioner against an Atron. Scramkite Executioner can kill a bad Atron pilot, but it must be quick enough to keep range. If it fails in keeping range, the Atron will eat it alive, and Exec just can't track it after, as in this video. But yes, this fight depends heavily on piloting and can go either way. If he would have kept range and I would be slow to reload to null, he could have won easily. Thank you for watching this video. Share and subscribe if you liked it. If not, let me know what I can improve in the next video. Cheers!